Hello, this is Jockin, coach of the San Francisco Cinderace. Today I will be doing my Week 9 Team Builder versus the Mighty Psyducks. So, getting right into it, his team, it's on paper one of my easier matchups based on Pokemon matchups. My Grimmsnarl is a really good counter to his Dragapult. I can deal with the Crawdaunt, the Gardevoir, the Surfetch'd. I can even deal with the Lapras based on the moveset I bring. The Cinderace hits just about everything with high jump kick pretty nicely. The Aegislash is really good. It can one-shot Gardevoir or Dragapult. Flygon could be good if I think he brings Arctozolt, Colossal, or Steelix. Vaporeon's got a good matchup, so I have a lot of strong matchups this week. His team, the Lapras with Aurora Veil is going to be annoying, but I have ways to clear it in Court Change and Psychic Fangs on Silvally. Surfetch'd with Close Combat Scrappy gives me a little problem because Aegislash cannot tank it and gets one-shot if it's Choice Banded. And then Crawdaunt with Aqua Jet is a threat if my Vaporeon goes down, so it's something I have to be careful about. With that, let's get into what I brought. So, first we have Vaporeon, specially defensive this week so that it can take hits from the Lapras with Leftovers Water Absorb. The moveset's a little different, Scald, Ice Beam, Acid Armor, Wish. The Acid Armor is a switch from the Yawn. I wanted a way to take hits from Crawdaunt if I could get Vaporeon in and predict the Crawdaunt coming in for whatever reason. Acid Armor was the best way to do it while still keeping Wish that lets me heal up the rest of the team if I need to. Otherwise pretty standard, doesn't have a great way to hit Lapras as its biggest weakness, so I'm going to have to play around that. But moving on to the next one, we have physically offensive Aegislash with Expert Belt. Now there's a specific reason I'm running this set and I don't have Steel coverage. Now normally I would want Steel coverage to deal with the Gardevoir, but since Ghost is still super effective, I didn't have to worry about it, and the only other thing I would really want Steel for, yeah, that's it. Colossal doesn't take anything, Lapras doesn't take anything, Arctozolt, they all resist Steel, making it neutral, so no Steel, just Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Close Combat for Colossal, Lapras, Crawdaunt, those sort of things, even Steelix if it's weak. But Shadow Sneak one-shots the Gardevoir, 75% chance, and almost one-shots the Dragapult. Shadow Claw one-shots the Dragapult. So that's his main job, is clean those two up. Next, we have Raichu. Choice specs, I thought about Scarf, but I like the specs for the extra damage. The set is very electric heavy, so Trace Gardevoir could give me some problems. He's going to bring Gardevoir, it's one of his best Pokemon, but hopefully just not too much in the way of Trace shenanigans. But we've got Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Surf, and Nuzzle. Nuzzle is to paralyze something on the Switch if I don't see the Steelix, or if I want to slow something down. Otherwise, it's pretty standard. The Surf hits Colossal, it should one-shot. Steelix, it does a chunk too, that sort of stuff. Otherwise, I'm just going to be clicking one of these two most of the time. And 252 Speed, 252 Special Attack for Special Defense on the set there. Next, we have Grimmsnarl. Now, I debated on what item I wanted Grimmsnarl, because this is actually the first week in a while I don't have to bring a defensive berry. He doesn't have a poison type that's all too threatening, his only one would be Vileplume, and I can one-shot it after a bulk up. And Lapras doesn't get Steel coverage if it's special. If it's physical, then yes, but he hasn't brought physical very often, and I don't think he's going to this week. So I ended up going Black Glasses, mainly because that lets me one-shot the Gardevoir with a Sucker Punch. So trying to clean that up quickly. Kept Prankster for the bulk up. And then EV spread, we've got 244 HP only because I wanted 12 speed to try and outspeed Lapras if I have to. Sucker Punch, Spirit Break, just standard coverage, and then Fire Punch if I want to get rid of Rain when Lapras is out. Probably not going to happen because I don't want to be Fire Punching the Lapras, but it's a worst case scenario sort of thing. Yeah, pretty standard. He'll one-shot the Dragapult with Sucker Punch, he'll one-shot the Gardevoir with Sucker Punch, and cleans up anything below like 30% pretty nicely. The Crawdaunt takes like 20, but it still gets cleaned up, so I can dodge an Aqua Jet that way. And Spirit Break will one-shot the Crawdaunt after a bulk up, so he's got a lot of good matchups this week. Cinderace. Now this Cinderace is interesting. I had originally told myself I wanted to bring Court Change to try and clear the Aurora Veil. But looking into it, it's just so hard for Cinderace to come in safely on the Lapras and clear it, especially if there's Rain or the Crawdaunt's still alive, it's just too risky. So I didn't end up bringing Court Change, which is even riskier considering he has 2 Stealth Rocks users, but I didn't feel like he was going to bring either Steelix or Colossal. Oh, I should mention that actually. The 6 I'm predicting, Lapras, Dragapult, Crawdaunt, Gardevoir, Surfetch'd, and Vileplume. That's the 6 I'm expecting to see. The moves on the Cinderace. Same as always, except Court Change is swapped for Sucker Punch. Again, clean things up. Almost one-shots Dragapult. If it's taking any chip, it'll kill it. Otherwise, Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, U-Turn, and we've got Charcoal to make the Pyro Balls hit even harder. We'll do half to an un-G-Max Lapras with a Pyro Ball, so very happy with that. And then we got Silvally Fairy. Fairy is here because otherwise I wouldn't have a good safe switch into, what's his name? Surfetched. Because Aegislash would take damage from a close combat due to Scrappy. And oh, I forgot to put an ability on there. Or a nature. But moveset wise, he's got 244, 244, 20. The 20 speed is to outspeed max speed Crawdaunt. It's not a situation I see myself in too often, but if he knockoffs, this is my best way to take knockoff because he can't get rid of the memory. So it doesn't do very much damage. And then we've got Fairy type multi-attack, Psychic Fangs to clear the screens and hit the Vileplume, Crunch to hit the Dragapult, and I think there was something else Crunch hits. Gardevoir neutrally, but I should be multi-attacking. It's mainly for Dragapult on a switch type deal. But Swords Dance as well. Once I get to +2 and there's no Aurora Veil, I can one-shot a lot of things on the team. One-shot Crawdaunt, I one-shot Surfetched, I one-shot the Gardevoir, the Dragapult, I'll two-shot the Lapras, that sort of thing. So Silvally can do a lot of work this week. I'm expecting the two things that give me the most trouble to be Crawdaunt, Surfetched. So, like I said, Surfetched, my only good switch-in is Silvally. Roselia wasn't bad if I brought it, and either was Sigilif, but he gets knockoff, and neither of those want to take a knockoff, so Silvally is my really safest way, and coupled with Crawdaunt, him having two strong knockoff users makes it really tough on a lot of stuff like Aegislash that wants to hold on to its item, so I'm not thinking it's going to be an easy matchup. While I do have good options into some of his Pokemon, he has pretty good options back to me, like the Crawdaunt and the Surfetch, like I said, have a good matchup. Crawdaunt hits Aegislash, Cinderace, Flygon, it one-shots Vaporeon, because I'm not defensive if he's Choice Banded and hits me with a knockoff. He'll clean up the Crustle real nice, he'll two-shot the Roselia, one-shot the Sigilif, one-shot the Raichu, so I have to be really careful about the Crawdaunt. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm expecting it to end probably close. I would say a 3 or 4-0 on the high end, but probably more like a 2-0 if I had to guess. But yeah, the battle video should go up shortly after this, and thank you for watching.